All right, all right. Good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. And it was an interesting day. Had a couple, just did a couple errands. Was able to get an appointment done like last minute. Had a client who reached out to me. They needed some type of document notarized. And I was able to get to them tonight. Was a repeated customer, so it's always good to have repeated customer constantly coming back. So it's all about building relationship and all about effective communicating. So those of you who don't know, my name is Ishmael. I'm the owner of Matherin Notary Services here in Massachusetts. Started this business back in 2017. So it's been an interesting journey. So I've been into places, great places, weird places, and some places where I'm like, I have no business being here. So just wanted to take this time out tonight and just talk about something I've been noticing, and I'm not sure if it's just in my area. So maybe you guys have experienced this before. For all the new notaries, you will go through this, and I just want you to be aware that it happens, and I want you to be able to avoid any situations. So we all know owning a notary business, one of the key thing is our commission. Having that commission, it's a privilege to have that commission. It's not a right. Not everyone can get approved and to be able to get a commission due to various reasons. But if you do have it and you are able to start your business, then that's something that you need to take extremely important. And one thing I've been noticing is that certain people, they will call you in regard for appointments. And then when you get there, you go into your checklist, whether you are looking to verify the identification, you're making sure that the document you know, is legit, that both signers are signing it willingly, no one's being pressured. And that's everything, all the basic stuff that you will need to do. But every now and then you come across that one where you get a bad feeling regarding the appointment. For example, there was a couple months ago, I met with someone who needed a bill of sale notarized. I got there, met with the guy who called me, who set up the appointment. And the second guy came through, and he just happened to not have an ID. So, how are you selling a vehicle but you don't have an ID? So, he claimed that his ID was lost that day. The entire wallet was lost. Everything that he had got lost. And I try to read people body language, and just based off what he was saying, how he was saying it, I kind of know something was up. Because how are you selling a vehicle? You don't have proof of identification that you're selling a vehicle. And the guy who called me, and he was like, "Look, man, I really need to get this thing signed and notarized and everything else like that." I'm like, "Look, man, I can't, I can't notarize it. It's simple as that. Because I know you have your ID, but he doesn't have his ID. Now he's saying he doesn't have any ID at all. Like, he was like, well, I can vouch for him. I can tell you he is who he say he is, but just the way, the body movement, just the way the other person was acting, that's how I know something was up. Like, even though here in my state, um, I am able to use a credible witness, but in that situation, I didn't even feel comfortable using the credible witness. So I simply told him, I'm like, look, man, I can't notarize this until he's able to, have some sort of identification. I cannot notarize this document. And then he took it a step further. He was like, well, but I give you like $100. I'll give you an extra. I give you an extra 100. I'll give you 200. Just to get it signed and notarized. Mind you, this guy is willing to pay me 3 or 4 times the amount that we had agreed on for me to come out and notarize a document. Now stop. So you're willing to pay me all that extra money just for me to put my seal on a document that the guy you supposedly buying it from doesn't have an ID. So a situation like that where, new notaries especially, you will be put in a situation like this, and you have to be willing to stand your ground. Like, you have to be willing to walk away. I don't care what type of situation you might be financially. It is not worth your commission. It is not worth for you to get your commission revoked for a few extra dollars. All money is not good money. And, just being within this industry, you need to understand that people don't have to respect your business. You might respect your business based off what you are doing, what you are providing. But to other people, if they're looking to get something done, if they cannot do it legally, they will find a way to do it illegally. So it is up to you to detect those activities. It is up to you to detect possible fraud. And it's also up to you to remove yourself from the situation. Do not allow yourself to get caught up. Because the minute you do that, the minute that you go against your values, you go against your belief, and you do it for one person, guess what? That one person is going to talk. Now, you're going to be known as the guy they can go to whenever they need something notarized. And that's not legally binding. It's not being done properly. So now you start having that reputation. Guess what? Once you start having that reputation, there's no going back to it because you already did it once. So you need to really take some time to evaluate yourself. Know what you will do in a situation like this. Like, I've had it happen multiple times, and I just walk away. Like, it's all right. Look, you don't have an ID. He doesn't look like he want to sign. She doesn't look like she want to sign. I'm not notarizing this document. No, you guys have a good day. I had a guy who called me as I was vetting him, asking him if he had proper ID type of documents and stuff like that. He told me that him and his father has the same name. If I can use his father's ID. I'm like, no, we're not doing this. Either you have your own ID, a valid one, it's not expired. Otherwise, I'm not notarizing anything. So just understand that you will be put into those situations. And if you ever get to a situation where you feel like you cannot leave or you are being threatened, just call the cops. Simple as that. Just call the cops. Let them know the situation and, get yourself out of there by any means necessary. Do not allow others to dictate how you run your business. Do not allow others to dictate what you plan to do within your business. If you know that it is against the state law to conduct an appointment in a certain way and you choose to do it, then just be ready for the consequences. If you know it is against the state law to conduct an appointment in a way that is not legal, then be ready for the consequences. All right? Because I'm not saying everybody's out there doing it. I'm sure some people out there doing it. They haven't get caught up. But in my situation, that's not something I even want to partake in. And for all the new notaries that are coming within this industry, you have to be willing to stand your ground. That's why it is extremely important to know your state laws. Because the minute someone's trying to get you to do something that goes against that, you can just pretty state, hey, according to the Massachusetts state laws, according to the Florida state laws, according to the Virginia state law, according to the Texas state law, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Again, all money is not good money. Like whatever you choose to do, that's on you. But just know there are consequences. So I've been noticing that's happening around in my area. It's like, I know I get it's 2022. Like not everyone's going to fall for the nonsense. So, like I said, look, man, just take your time to know your state laws. Like, don't get yourself caught up. Don't get your commission revoked over nonsense, over a few dollars. I don't care what type of situation that you may be in financially. Do not put that. Do not put that on you. Do not put that on your family. Do not put that on your business. Do not put that on your reputation. You come across something like that, just walk away. Cancel the appointment. Cancel the appointment. Simple as that. You don't feel comfortable, call someone. You're trying to leave, they don't want to let you leave. Guess what? Call the cops. But understand that people will test you in this business. They will test your integrity. They will test your professionalism. They will test your honesty. You will be tested. The question is, are you going to allow that to dictate what you do? How are you going to face the situation? Like, you don't have to get physical with anybody. Like I said, you can just get up and leave. But you will be tested. And again, all money ain't good money. So for those of you that's starting out, make sure that you are not allowing yourself to get caught up in no situation over a few dollars. All right. So I just wanted to, take some time and just talk about that, because I've been noticing it. I don't know why. I've been noticing it within my area. People will call, no identification. They trying to see, who they can get one on. When after I vet them, hey, you have an ID, this and that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna call another notary. If I can't find anyone, I'll call you. At that point, I don't need you to call me, because you already showed me what you're about. You already showed me what you are trying to do. In a situation like that, I just block their number and just keep it moving. So don't get caught up in that situation. Don't get caught up in those type of situation at all. So, like I said, don't lose your commission over a few dollars just to make someone else happy. Someone who do not care about your business. Because if they really cared about your business, they wouldn't be asking you to do something that's unlawful to begin with. Because all they care about is themselves. All they care about is getting their documents signed and notarized. But it is up to you as a business owner to be willing to say no. If it's against your state law, just say no. If you know it's against your state law, just say no. If you questioning yourself, if you should be doing this, you have this feeling, just say no. If they cannot provide you the proper identification, like 1,000 stories why they don't have an ID, just say no. I can't do it. Don't get caught up over nonsense. You need to protect your commission, protect your business, and you must be willing to stick to your values by any means necessary. They don't have to like it, but I guarantee you, you will sleep a lot better at night knowing that you represent your business, you represent yourself, you represent your family in a professional manner. That's all I have to say. Like, all money is not good money. Pay attention. People out here trying to, scam people. People out here, trying to get you to notarize certain documents. They know it's wrong, but they're trying to see who they can get. But it is up to you. You have to stand up for yourself. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you're questioning yourself about it, don't do it. If they cannot provide you proper proof of identification, don't do it. Simple as that. Hope you guys have a good night. About to head out. I have some reading I have to get done for the night. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. And I hope you guys are accomplishing your goals. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, just always remember that you have to remain consistent and you have to take action at all times. All right, I'll see you guys later.